Well, our team coverage continues with CBS 4's Angelica Alvarez, who has more reaction from lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
President Trump accepted a World Cup soccer ball from Russian President Vladimir Putin Monday as he sidestepped questions about Russian interference in the 2016 election.
I have great confidence in my intelligence people, but I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today.
South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham called out the president for missing an opportunity, writing in part, "If it were me, I'd check the soccer ball for listening devices and never allow it in the White House." Other lawmakers blasted Mr. Trump for not defending U.S. intelligence agencies.
I just felt like the president's comments made us look as a nation more like a pushover.
The President of the United States sided with Vladimir Putin over the unanimous assessment of the American intelligence community.
Democrats here on Capitol Hill had demanded President Trump cancel his summit with Putin after 12 Russian nationals were indicted last week for hacking into Democratic servers during the 2016 campaign.
The president is putting himself over our country.
The charges were in connection with Special Counsel Robert Mueller's ongoing Russia probe. In Helsinki, President Trump called the special counsel's investigation a disaster for the country. He said Putin is ready to help Mueller's team conduct interviews in Russia. Angelica Alvarez, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Now, Arizona Republican Senator John McCain released a statement calling the president's news conference one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president in memory. To read all of John McCain's statement on the president's meeting with Vladimir Putin, just go to cbsmiami.com. And you can find more on the Trump presidency on our CBS News app. It's really easy to find. Just go to the App Store and search for CBS Local, download that, and then scroll down until you see Miami and click it.